Y'all, it looks like Diddy's former doctor just came out to expose Diddy for allegedly giving Justin Combs HIV, and the internet is shook. There have been rumors of Diddy allegedly having HIV and passing it out like party favors at his little freak-off parties, and now it looks like his own son might have been caught up in the drama. And just when you thought that things couldn't possibly get messier, some new details just came out confirming that Diddy and Justin allegedly had threesomes together as part of a larger freak-off group. And there are so many layers to this insanity, so let's break down this drama. Y'all, looks like Diddy's own doctor just leaked Diddy's real health status, and he revealed that Diddy allegedly has HIV. Now this is the doctor who has allegedly been treating Diddy for a long time now, so y'all know that he has some tea and receipts to back up his claim. Now before we even dive into this exposure and start unpacking all the drama, let's take a second to talk about how fans already clocked something was off with him way before anything even came out. Now people were throwing all kinds of stuff and theories out there saying maybe he wasn't feeling well or that something bigger was happening with him health-wise. And while nobody had the full picture at the time, HIV quickly became one of the top rumors floating around. Now some people thought it was just stress, or others assumed his weight had been lost because of cancer or a whole lot of other diseases. But now the rumors really started heating up when the word on the street got out that Diddy had to be rushed to the hospital multiple times while he was in prison. And y'all already know, for them to move a high-profile inmate like Diddy to a hospital, it's gotta be serious, and they don't just do that for nothing. So when folks heard that he kept getting rushed out for medical treatment, it didn't take long for people to start speculating that whatever he was dealing with had to be way more than just stress. And that's when the rumors and whispers started about him battling some kind of illness. And while at first nobody knew exactly what it could be, people were convinced it had to be something major. But nothing could have prepared us for this and how bad it could be. See, the HIV rumors didn't really pick up steam until after Diddy made his first court appearance during the trial. Now, he had already been locked up for months by then, so folks weren't exactly expecting him to look his best. But even with that in mind, people were still shocked when he showed up looking super skinny and drained, and honestly, not like himself. And that's when the whispers really started flying around, saying fans could tell something was off. And before long, the internet was flooded with speculation about what was really going on with him. And right at the top of that list, HIV rumors. It just added up so nicely, but y'all, fans had no idea how right they could be. Well, that's when things really started to get messy. So according to a man who is now claiming to be Diddy's former doctor, Diddy allegedly has HIV and has had it for a while now. The doctor went on to claim that he had also allegedly has herpes, but we're not going to get into that because that's a whole other drama on its own. But anyways, word on the streets is those hospital visits Diddy kept making, they weren't just random. Allegedly it had a lot to do with complications from his condition. Now prison officials tried to keep the whole situation locked, but y'all already know how they do when it comes to high-profile inmates, so let's be real, somebody's always got to run to the blogs, and that's exactly how the rumors started spiraling in the first place. And once the internet found out, things quickly went from bad to worse. Once folks got wind of Diddy being rushed out of prison multiple times, it didn't take long for people to start putting two and two together, and the speculation about what's really going on hasn't slowed down since. But as wild as this story is, it's about to get even wilder because according to new rumors, the doctor has also confirmed that Justin allegedly has HIV too. And y'all want to guess how he got it? From Diddy. This is about to get really wild from here because this story is crazy as F. Now everybody's asking, how did Diddy manage to infect his own son with HIV? Well, this is where things get interesting because y'all know how the timing of this is spicy, because Diddy and Justin just got sued for allegedly SAing a woman named Tyreek Connerly back in 2017. She recently came forward to file a lawsuit and it was explosive to say the least. We're not going to get into all the legal technicalities because we all have seen enough of that already, but this is where it gets messy. As you probably already know, Tyreek claimed that she first linked with Justin on Snapchat after he slid into her DMs. She claims he promised her a way into the industry using his dad's name and his dad's platform, specifically Revolt TV. And according to her, Justin handled everything, booked her flight from New Orleans to LA, car service, hotel, and a whole rollout. But the second she touched down, that's when it allegedly flipped. She says Justin started pursuing her, pushing drinks, encouraging substances she didn't want, and once she was under the influence, that's when it spiraled into something darker. something she says completely crossed the line. But this quickly got worse because according to her, 3 masked men suddenly walked into the room. And she couldn't identify 2 of them, but she claimed that she could easily identify the 3rd man as Diddy, even though he was masked. According to her, his voice and the way he moved, everything gave him away. And to make matters worse, she says Justin called him Pops right there in the moment, so no mask could hide that. But it didn't stop there, because Tariqa is also accusing all 4 of them of trapping her inside that house, holding her there, essaying her for nearly 24 hours, from Saturday straight into Sunday. And when they were done, she says they dumped her at an airport like nothing even happened. But here's the part that's got people asking why this stayed buried for so long. According to her, Justin allegedly blackmailed her by using private pictures she sent him on Snapchat before the trip to keep her quiet. As bad as that whole drama is, it pretty much confirmed Lil Rod's claims about Diddy supposedly getting freaky dicky with Justin. Now, according to Lil Rod's lawsuit, Justin wasn't just some innocent bystander floating around those freak-offs. Lil Rod claims Justin was allegedly helping Diddy set the whole thing up, allegedly recruiting girls, adult workers, even young women for these private sessions. And as you guys probably figured out, it didn't stop there. Lil Rod also says that Justin wasn't just standing on the sidelines, that he was allegedly participating in these freak-offs too, same way as the rest of them. But that's not even the worst of it, because Lil Rod's lawsuit claimed that Justin's involvement in Diddy's enterprise went way beyond parties. Like Lil Rod claimed Justin was allegedly locked into Diddy's entire underground setup. And the court doc laid it out, saying that Justin, Diddy, Christina Quorum, and the rest of the inner circle weren't just throwing wild parties and calling it a night. Behind the scenes, they were allegedly orchestrating the whole substance pipeline, managing it, pushing it, covering their tracks, while keeping everything quiet on the surface. And according to Lil Rod, Justin played his part in all of it, right under everybody's nose, and this explains how he got access to the substances that Tariqa claimed he allegedly gave her to keep her incapacitated. Now, if you thought that this story couldn't possibly get worse, it's about to, because word in the streets is that Diddy's shenanigans with Justin went deeper than freak-offs. Y'all, even when they weren't doing freak-offs, there were rumors that they allegedly had freak-offs on a regular day. Word in the streets is that they allegedly had threesomes with Justin's girlfriends over the years, and don't even get me started on the rumors that Justin could secretly be the father of Diddy's last daughter, Love, and fans have pointed out how Love, it looks exactly like him. He has bragged about it over and over again, calling her his twin. Yo, this is a hot mess, and it explains why Justin's mom, Misa, is always going off on Diddy. She even hinted in the past that Diddy corrupts his kids when she wrote, "You've all been sitting around acting like there's nothing wrong with you. But if something ever happens to my son, God forbid, we all know whose fault it is. I should have kept my child with me." And now with Justin allegedly catching HIV from Diddy, you'll know that it's going to be a hot mess if this all gets out to everybody. And now the whole internet's pulling pieces together, the freak-offs, the wild parties, the hookups nobody was supposed to talk about. And the doctor saying Justin was out here losing it behind the scenes, stressed over his own bedroom secret slipping out. Because as you guys probably already know, once a person starts talking, it never stops there. Their stories always come in layers. First it was threesomes, then it's blackmail, then it's HIV. And it's looking like it's a real bad time to be a Justin Combs. And let's be real here. If this is leaking now, what else is still buried? And how long before it all explodes?